Hello everybody. Don't mind me, I'm a little down this morning. Well, this video is about WebSnake. It came out, I believe, in '97, and it's been gone since 2000. There's no other versions being made anymore. However, what you can do with this program, and I'm about to show you, is you can literally strip down a website and take what you want out of it. You can take audio files, pictures, HTML. And yes, if you're curious enough, you can look for other things like passwords and administration things, things that you shouldn't really be looking for, but it's there and it needs to be discovered. It's public property, and none of this is illegal, by the way. I know that takes away from the fun, doesn't it? Alright, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this website Quake 2, and one reminder, this program is a little quirky or buggy. There's one thing. You know, when you go to a website, you put in www.whatever.com and it'll change to HTTP and go right to the address without the www. Well, this program doesn't exactly like sites like that. So what I mean is you have to put it in as it says in the browser. So if it does not have a www in there, do not put it there. If it does, put it there. Otherwise, it's going to see it as a redirect. And back in that day, when that happened, that usually was not a good sign. That means you were going somewhere entirely different. And of course, you're there to take apart that particular site. But hey, well, anyways, well, here we go to the program. Alright, here we're left with a few options here. You can come back later after you're done scanning the website and look at it later. You can also make a mirrored copy, including the directory structure, which would mean it'll say parent directory and it'll go to downloads, and from the downloads it'll link kind of like a domino effect, if you will, and in alphabetical order. Usually the words will lead to other words and stay in the same kind of category. In other words, it'll be a set of GIF images and so on and so forth. That's what a directory is. And you can also snake, which is a verb in this circumstance. In other words, snake is to look through. An email address is from a website. Create a site map of a website. I have not done that yet. I do not know exactly what that is, and what I'm going to show you, where you're going to search and retrieve files from a website, and I will select that and show you how it's done. Well, we can search the keywords in HTML files, but then we don't have any keywords to look for, and we can't go by file types, and that can lead to a lot of files that you don't want. So I'm going to select search by keywords of file type and hit next. Alright, I know the address I need to do, and I can't put a www in there because we're going to run into a problem. I'm going to name it something that is not too common, because if you name it the same thing again and again, you're going to overwrite it. This program does tell you when you do it, but just the best not be a pain in the ass initially. So I'm going to name it Q55 and hit next. It is asking if it requires a password like an FTP would, and of course no. And if it did, you hit yes and you put in username and password, but it is not the case, and hit next. Now, if you keep these checked, that means it is selecting them. So I do not want text files, because it's going to include HTML, which by the way is hypertext. Okay. Image files, absolutely, because I'm after the pictures for Quake. Audio files, WAV, why not, etc. MP3, so on and forth. Video files, no. Especially in my case, and they tend to be pretty big. So I'm going to unselect that. Other files, that can mean a lot of stuff, and in this case I'm just no, I'm not up for that. So I will hit next. Now there's one thing I do not know what this is. I will look it up later, and I should have done that before I came here and made this video. Limit the number of levels snaked to. I do not know what that means, so I don't know why. I'll just put it to 5. But stop the project once the spaces left in the drive is less than. So I'm sorry. Yeah, stop. So what's going to happen is if you put 5 megabytes, 10, it's going to stop it, and whether your project is done or not. But it's based on the amount of room is how it's going to stop anyhow. So just to be safe, I'm going to put 20 megabytes, and I'm going to keep this selected to automatically download all matching files to my hard drive. Yes, that's what I want to do. Keywords. Let me pause this and type in keywords that are pertinent to my search. Alright, you can select match case. What that means is if you put a capital on a word and it finds a non-capitalized version, it will not put it. So I'm not checking that. Match entire word. Very simple. if you put up here pause and it finds the word paused and you put match entire word, it will not put it. It will not select it. Therefore, I will leave that unselect to it because it's going to be too specific to what I put up here. Because I won't be able to get the word. I won't be able to get a file that says games if I select match entire word. So I'm going to hit next. Snake search and retrieve project now, or we can do it later or set up some more advanced settings. I'm not going to bother with the advanced settings because I'm kind of unfamiliar with that at the moment. So I'm going to retrieve it now. I'm going to hit finish, and here it goes. And yes, name it something. So let's just name it whatever. It's going to save it to my documents, and this is what it's searching through, and this is what it's grabbing. There's the URL, and here's the absolute URL. And I will pause it until this is done, and you can look around the program as it's running. And here we go. Okay, it is done. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to right click. Let's see, snake now, delete. No, I don't want to do none of that. Alright, I'm going to keep that highlighted, and I'm going to hit open. No, let me get this right for you guys. Oh yeah, the folder. And it's going to bring me to the Q55 folder. And this is the pictures that it has found on the website, and I specified it specifically for pictures. And that, my friend, is pretty much how you would, excuse me, oh, I like that, how you use WebSnake. So take the time to subscribe and leave some comments.